Hey team, Sandy from the Padel School here. In this video, we're going to talk about where you should not be aiming your bandeja and where we see loads of recreational players hitting the ball and it is a massive mistake. We're also going to tell you where you should be aiming, both at a beginner level and for more advanced players. To begin with, we must understand that the bandeja is a defensive overhead, so it's played from further back in the court with the intention that I'm going to recover my net position. Now, I not only want to recover my net, I also want to do this without opening spaces on the court and putting my partner under pressure. So every time I come back for this bandeja, I must recover the net because my partner is expecting me to do so, and I want to try and quickly get to my net position so that I can cover those gaps. The biggest common error that we see with the bandeja is A, players playing it too hard. They go back and they hit that ball too hard and it bounces off the back glass. And B, and this is a big one, is hitting down the line. If I had a magic paddle wand and I could change this about all recreational players, I would say hit most of your overheads and bandejas cross court, and that way you won't be making this mistake. The problem is when you hit down the line is that you open up a big space down the middle and a space down that line. So when you try and recover the net, you've got huge gaps to cover and your partner can't help you. There are 4 advantages to playing your bandeja cross court. Number 1 is there's more space. It's easier to hit into that target zone because you have more of it to aim at. Number 2 is that it likely gives your opponent a more difficult ball to defend because it's on the cross court and into that corner. If you hit a decent bandeja, either off the back glass or the side glass, you will make it more difficult for your opponents. Number 3 is it makes it easier for you and your partner because when that lob goes up and you hit your bandeja cross court, it's likely that you will have to stay in the same position and you are not scampering across the court as a pair. And number 4 is that if you hit this on the cross court, you can easily close the gaps. Your partner covers the down the line, you come forward, you cover the middle, and the only tiny gap is that one towards the fence that you don't need to worry about. I know you don't probably need another reason and you are already convinced, but a bonus reason is that if you hit a good bandeja in the cross court into the corner, it is likely that your partner can actually attack and finish the point off that setup. If you hit down the line, your partner can't come across, or it's difficult to come across and to help you finish the point because likely they're going to just scoop it up down your line and you are recovering after that bandeja. So that is another bonus tip. If you hit it well and you hit it cross, then your partner can close the gap at net and potentially finish the point. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking that the pros play their bandeja down the line, but actually you will see that this is often where the pros get caught up. Yes, they do play that and the situations can be different and they use their gancho, particularly that shot, to go down the line to create space or make it difficult for the opponents. But even the pros make that mistake sometimes of playing the ball or the overhead down the line and creating spaces on the court. So as a general guide, if you are at the intermediate level, for example, I would say try and hit 75% of your bandejas on the cross court. You can hit 20% down the middle, and you can hit your 5% down that line. And that is only if, for example, your player down the line has come towards the middle and there's a space there. I would not recommend doing more than 5% of your bandejas down the line. The majority go cross court. You can see from this that so much of it is closing gaps and creating space on the other side of the court. So it's really important that your partner is also following those tips. If they are playing their bandeja and overheads down the line, then it is going to be a problem for you as their partner because the spaces are going to be open. So please share this with your partner. The best thing you can do to practice your bandeja and overheads is to get repetition on the shot, either a ball machine or a coach or a friend to feed you lots of the same ball so that you can work on it. Up here, I'm going to put a video on how you can practice the bandeja on your own, and then down here I'm going to put a link to the padelschool.com where you can access all of our courses about the bandeja and you can find loads and loads of drills that you can do either on your own or with a friend.